Here's a quick look at the eMiniDayTrader view of the markets for Monday, March the 16th, 2009. Of course, this is a very short video compared to what our members receive each day, which is usually around a 20-minute video. This is just a quick 5-minute synopsis just to keep you informed of what we're doing in a broad sense. So we took a look at the market getting up this morning and realizing that our overnight session, which is right here, had continued the upward bias that we had been anticipating. You can see here that early in the session it did come down and test the value area, but then ended up spending most of its time above that. So it was very strong open to begin with. The market had a little bit of a dip just after the RTH open, and then the move up, and then of course the correction down. So these kinds of days can be turning point days. We won't know until we take a look at what goes on tomorrow from a swing auction basis. But today certainly does have the potential to be a swing high, and so we'll look to see if the market can hold these lower prices. And when I say lower prices, I would say approximately below 759, 760 area. If it can stay below there, then I think the market could quite likely build up some volume and send the market lower. And it would not be at all surprising if the market does have a correction, and the way we look at the market, that correction could take us all the way down to around the 715 area, which would be some good support if the market should get down there. Of course, it may not. We have no way of knowing, but if it were to get down there, that's where we would take a look at some support. Now, if tomorrow comes in and has a similar day to today, and produce values that are much lower than today, then yes, the market could continue down to test that 715 area. If it doesn't stay lower, or it does not attract enough volume to confirm that lower auction, if it were to happen tomorrow, then the market could turn up come Wednesday, or even at some point during tomorrow. So those are the kind of things that we will be monitoring as far as taking a look at the market and placing some trades come Tuesday. The market here gave us some opportunities, and the first opportunity that it gave us was a long trade right in here. It did move up 1.25 for us, so we ended up with a break even on that trade. We were a little bit early in that, so we did not catch this up movement here. As a matter of fact, when it did come down, we tried to get short in here, held on to the trade for about 10 minutes, which is our maximum allowable time. If we don't reach our first objective within that period of time, we're out of the trade. And on this case, we were out of the trade in 10 minutes for a loss of 1 tick. Now the market then rallied up. We got into another trade right here just when it dipped to 68.25 and found some support right on our price. It was a case of a buy limit at 68.25, which was filled, and the market had a nice rally up to 71.50. So that trade worked out very nicely. Now we did have a deceleration to get a short here. We did get short. Unfortunately, we were stopped out by about 3 ticks here before the market had this tremendous down move, which was obviously somewhat frustrating. But this will happen sometimes. The market does tend to have kind of these two-step maneuvers where it'll get you into a trade and then test it one more time. We are getting in on the first test. Sometimes it does it a second time, and sometimes it stops us out, sometimes it doesn't. On this case it did, which is, like I say, rather frustrating because it did not allow us to get on board on that nice down leg. However, we did have another 2 triggering formations to get us short, and one of them requires a certain amount of volume. It did not quite make it, and the other one was a timing. It was actually triggered just 2 minutes before 2 o'clock Eastern. We like this trade to be triggered after 2 o'clock, so we missed that short trade by 2 minutes, and that was a short up here at 767, right in that area there. So we're trying to get long right in here at 767, and we had another attempt to get in just below 768, but it never did pull up to that price. So we had orders resting to try and get short, but are not filled, and we had another one that was just a little bit too early. Now, some of our traders who are a little bit more experienced still would have taken that trade, knowing the kind of development that had happened leading into the day. So on the whole, we had our trades followed the auction process pretty quickly, or pretty accurately, I should say, even though we did get stopped out on that one trade. But it does look like the market wants to head lower for the time being, although it's not. It's not highly confirmed until we actually get some good values formed tomorrow at lower prices with good volume. So that'll be it for today. Of course, if you've got any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. We're at eMiniDayTrader.com, or you can email us at info@eMiniDayTrader.com. So that'll be it for Monday, March the 16th, 2009.